And hello, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone tonight? Yes, the Madam and Rapunzel are in the house tonight. Okay, the dynamic duo. We are back yet again for an awesome night of fun adventure, a fun Friday evening. As always, I hope y'all have your glasses because tonight we sipping and we chatting about a few things tonight. So I hope everybody got their glasses. It is TGIF. I'm excited for Friday. Is you excited, Rapunzel, for Friday? Are you excited?
At the end of the week, no more stress, supposedly. That's what it's supposed to be, right?
Baby, yes. Hey, LaDonna, how are you, ma'am? How you doing? Yes.
Mm.
Listen, y'all, I'm excited for the night. First of all, it's Friday. I'm done working for the week. Okay. Y'all know I just started this new job. So I am excited to say the least. Even though I must say, I had a good time at work this week. It felt good to be back, working outside the house. Girl, working with these high school kids is still but I'm excited that my work week is over. I must say that. I love my new coworkers. They are awesome. They're amazing. So, how was your week? What was your week like, Rapunzel? Talk to us about it.
Honey, when I tell you that it's been stressful, but it's been good and productive. That's what I'm about that. So,
well, productivity is a good thing.
Yes, it is. Because in every aspect of your life, if you stressing out and everything is moving, then things is moving. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah, absolutely.
Keep reminding myself things that I tell my clients, So, yeah, we are making some moves around here, girl. When I get them all done, we're going to talk about it for real.
Yes. You see, I had to give me a background to match my fan style, We make matching our way, honey.
Don't make me cry. I still ain't got one, y'all. I don't even know how to, I don't even know the hand movement. I think I got it.
I keep telling you they playing with me. I keep telling you they playing with me, okay? Bobby. Hey, Bobby, what's going on, Queen? How you doing tonight? What y'all got in them glasses? And don't be telling some no water. Y'all better have something in them glasses for this conversation tonight, okay? Thank you, Bobby. See that?
Summer water.
Yeah. So what you got tonight? That look good. Because I got
watermelon Ciroc. Yes, honey. We right. Yes, it's the big bottle.
I'm gonna need you to send some on this way, okay? Just look, you can mail it to me, however you need to get it to me. Because I keep my barefoot. I got my barefoot peach again, I stay with the fruits, okay? I gotta have my fruit. And if I must eat my fruit, why can't we drink it? Okay.
Right.
We can drink our fruit just like we eat our fruit. Donna, what you got? What you got, Donna? You don't even drink. That's my sister. You don't even drink. What you drinking on? Water. Girl, bye. I ain't paying my sister no attention.
You say she got to be drinking on water, though. She might have something good tonight.
Bobby says, I didn't get there yet. The kids knocked us out this week. Girl, I can only imagine. You dealing with them little people. Okay? You got the little German people. Okay? Yeah, we're going to have to figure out if I got to call on Amazon to deliver you some blueberry wine, then I'm going to have to deliver you some blueberry wine from Amazon, okay? Look, I'll make sure you get it, okay? Hey, going on, Bet? Yes, come on, Bet. Donna Thompson, freezer real. Ain't nobody thinking about her. You ain't drinking or sipping on nothing. Nothing at all. So look, Bobby said, I'll take it. So listen tonight, y'all. Look. So we had to bring the Madame and Rapunzel out for this conversation, okay, y'all? Because, clearly, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about some things. We've been talking about, the little bedroom conversation. We've been talking and talking about toys. We did a little check-in. Next week we're gonna do a mental health check-in, a physical check-in. We're gonna do check-ins next week. So because it's time to check them dipsticks.
Yeah,
We are in a new month.
yeah.
So we gonna next week we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be checking them dipsticks levels, seeing where everybody is, if anybody needs any assistance, whatever that means for you. We're gonna be checking dipsticks next week. So just FYI, so y'all know, okay? But tonight we need to talk to y'all about this phony shit that be going on around here. Okay. So we're gonna make sure, hey Sam, hey. So we're gonna make sure that we go ahead and put our disclaimer up that we put up those phony shows. Okay. So tonight this show is not intended for children. Parental advisory warning. If you have children, please remove them from the room or put your headphones in, put them in the other room, give them some snacks, give them their TV time because it's Friday and we talking about adult topics. It will be adult conversation. It will be adult lunch. So again, I am letting everyone know that this is parental advisory warning. Okay. Now that we have given that disclaimer, we're going to go ahead and throw up that like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Make sure y'all hitting that like, share, subscribe, them thumbs up, the hearts on Facebook, on YouTube. If it's a show that you feel that somebody else might need, tag them in it or share it. Okay.
That's it.
It is nothing to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. I promise it's not. So now we can get into what we need to talk about because we done gave all our disclaimers. Okay. So we getting into it tonight. Our topic tonight is who is you lying to? Okay. Because there's too much phony shit going on around here. And we need to know, and some of us need to take a look at ourselves to figure out who the hell are we lying to? Is it ourselves? Is it our partners? Is it our friends? But somebody doing some lying up around here. Okay. Because we need to take some long, hard looks. The people we with and the people we surround ourselves with. Okay. So look, just take a moment, let that sit all up in there for you. Look, let it marinate. Take you a good sip, take you a deep breath, and just be like, okay, is it me or is it them? Is it me or is it them? Think about it before you answer that, because somebody doing some lying around here.
And what is your
Okay.
gauge? What is your gauge? What are you using? What are you using for your tool to figure out if it's you or if it's them? Mm. Mm.
Exactly. Thank you, Bobby. What it goes?
And
Sweet Sam.
I was thinking too. I'm just like, we always do this broad spectrum,
Yeah.
life and just look at it at a glance and tell me, like, I think we need to break it down. And when I say break it down, I mean we need to break it down friendships, who's in your
Yep.
circle, your career, and what you're doing with it, your bedroom, and is it the way you want it, and then your relationship, because that don't always go together.
No.
So, I think those are key points in your life that need to be assessed on a regular basis. And if you don't, but you walking around complaining and saying that you're unhappy, who's the problem?
Right. What about when you're venturing out onto new ventures or different things that you're doing in your life and you're moving in different levels and situations in your life? What are the people around you saying? Are they telling you when you moving sideways or you're moving funny? Are they honest with you to say, hey, what you're doing ain't a good
Right,
look?
right.
Maybe you should back up off that, or maybe you should come at it a different way, or maybe you shouldn't try that because it's not a good look for you, or maybe rework that. But if they encourage you, girl, go for it. Like, oh, you look hot. Like, I like that. And they got you out here looking like a fool, or they watching you move sideways or moving down a path that's leading to your demise, and they see it and say nothing and sit aside and watch you fall. You might want to reevaluate the people that are in your circle.
Or you might need to pick
You,
your mirror up and look yourself. If you can't see the clown that everybody else can see, then is it really your friends? Maybe they just think that's your swagger because you always get it wrong. So who are we talking to?
that's right. You need to look at yourself and say, hey, okay, I'm complaining about the fact that I look like this. I feel that the people I'm around are not supportive. I feel like the people around me are not always happy for me when good things happen to me. But then maybe you need to look at why you still around the people. Because if you realize that these people really ain't for you or they really ain't your friends, why they still around? Why you still running with that circle? And don't give me that excuse of, well, we've known each other for like 20 years and we go back to high school or we go back to grammar school and our parents were friends. Just because your parents are friends don't mean y'all got to be friends.
Right. And seniority,
I
honey,
know.
all that means is you got some old shit in your stuff that you need to clean out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Seasonal stuff after it's spoiled, it just rots everything else around it. So if you don't pluck that up out of there, who you talking to? You talking to them or you talking to yourself? You know?
Food don't sit in the refrigerator a long time, do it?
Mm-mm.
You can't
It
leave leftovers in
sit
the fridge. You can't leave leftovers in the refrigerator for no 2 3
there,
weeks, and
it'll
maybe you
sit
ain't
there,
gonna
but
go
what's
back to
it
that
gonna
container.
make?
Like, ooh, I'm gonna try that. So why you doing that with your friendships?
And that's what it is. Like, we got seasonal people, we got lifetime people, we got family. And then, I was talking to a real good friend again the other day and thought about it. A seasonal person, and a lifetime person might look similar. That lifetime person may still need to exit out of your life at certain points. Because if they don't, then they make themselves seasonal or they make you have more problems. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to what your circle is doing in the moment.
Absolutely. Listen to
Yeah,
the words they say.
yeah.
Listen to their word choices. Take an internal gauge on if you're around someone and they constantly make you feel some type of way, or they're constantly putting you in your feelings by the stuff they say to you or the stuff that they say about you to other people that bring it back. Like, listen to that internal gauge, because there's no reason why you need to keep people around that make you feel some type of way all the time. Seasonal people are there for a reason. They're there to teach you a lesson, and then you let them move on. They're not meant to be. Here's the thing. This is something I've learned. To make seasonal people permanent. And when we make them permanent, that's when the problems come in. Because some people are meant to come in and leave out of our lives. But instead of allowing them to leave, we're so busy trying to pull those same people back. Oh, don't leave. I don't know what happened. Well, what can I do? Can I be a better person? What can I do differently? Let them walk away and be okay with it.
Yep. Yep.
Be okay. They're not meant to be on that journey, meant to be on that path. They're not meant to celebrate your they're not meant to celebrate your milestones with you. Okay, they celebrated the first one. That's cool. They don't have to be there to continue to go up that ladder with you. That's not what that means. Because some people, as you bring them with you and you go up that ladder, they right there holding on your feet, trying to pull you back down to the level you just came from.
Crabs in the bucket. You right.
Yeah.
And I think it's important too to think about it. Those people that are coming to you and they confiding in you, and you know what? I ain't gonna let nobody do you like that, talk to you like that, or talk about you like that. So I'm coming to tell you, and they be having all this juice, all this stuff that everybody be saying, and it's just like, why they so comfortable telling you this stuff about me if you my people? Because see, in my circle, if you are talking or doing something negative in my circle and I'm in the room, or vice versa, like
We
you're
did
not gonna
that.
be comfortable at all. I promise you, you're gonna want to keep that to yourself a little while longer. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. So, you know, your person that's giving you all that info might be the ones giving them all the info, and you think you got you a friend.
And that's the thing. Like, when people are so comfortable in displaying that, especially if you're not friends with that person and come to you and talk negatively or extremely bad about the person that you are friends with, you be like, I'm the one you want to talk to about this? You sure about that? You sure? Because here's the thing. I'm gonna tell them, right? Like, You
That's
know
a
we good friends.
that's the
Not
part.
gonna tell them, right?
We may not talk every day. We may not talk all the time. But when I tell you that's family, that's a bestie. That's my ride or die. You best believe that we are connected. I got a problem with you spreading anything. If you got an issue with a person, you should be able to go talk to that person. But if you're talking in the environment around that person, then no, honey, we got a problem. Y'all don't got no problem on that. We got a problem, So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not a me problem, it's a we problem at that point.
a we problem. Yes, that's what friends do. That associate stuff is the ones that come back and they be like, oh, guess what I heard? What you say to him?
Yep.
Oh, girl, I ain't get a chance. I was listening. I bet you was. And you was probably giving them information
You
to
ain't
add.
chime in nothing. Right, you ain't chime in nothing. You ain't had no input in that conversation. Like, well, girl, I was just listening so I could tell you what they said. Like, no, I'm gonna need you to be in there. Like, okay, so that's what we doing. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me get this earring off and get this pony. Then we can handle this. We can handle this situation. Because what you're not gonna do is come at one of mine. That's what you're not gonna do. And think you're gonna freely come at one of mine and feel like, oh well, it wasn't that big a deal. You still came out your neck sideways.
Right.
If you think I'm not gonna tell you came out your neck sideways. Right. I'm gonna tell you came out your neck sideways.
Right. But before she gets
when you have willing to engage in that conversation, that's the problem. When you're willing to engage in that, well, you're right. She do be doing that. Like she do that sometimes. And you really engaging in this conversation? That's what we doing. So you have to be mindful of the people that you have in your situation, because so oftentimes people will act like they're happy for you and be so jealous at the same time that they plotting your demise behind your back while they smiling in your face.
See, you done mentioned my favorite people, them haters. So let's talk about them haters though. Because haters, everybody be like, I can't stand. No, that's your cheerleading squad. Because as long as they got stuff going on and they mad, you doing something right. If somebody looking at you and they like, oh my God, they get on my nerves, they always, and it's not bad. Yeah, that means you doing it right. And guess what? They want to be you. But if you stop or you reduce yourself down to their level, then you win it. So baby, as long as you got haters on the corner, you keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't you don't mess up your cheerleaders. That's your cheerleaders. I'm telling you, everybody sit up there and try to act negative. No
motivation.
That's motivation. Yes.
And here's the thing. I would rather you come at me and be like, you know what? I just don't like you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your opinion. Because guess what? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. You're entitled to yours, just like I'm entitled to mine. And guess what? Just because ours doesn't align, it's okay. You don't have to like me. I'm not everybody's taste. But guess what? I'm going to continue to be me. Thank you for opinion. And let's move forward. You go your way, I go mine. Point blank, period. But the one with that throw that rock and had their hand, like, what happened? Who did that? Didn't somebody just throw something? Like, you did it.
And I love that energy, Bree, because when you got somebody that just is blatantly honest and say, you know what, I don't feel you. I'm not, you know what, as long as you respect me, we gonna get along. And it ain't no kind of love lost. Like, I appreciate the fact that you are letting me know that you do not appreciate who I am, but you will respect who I am. So
that's right. Keep coming.
Sometimes them people are better than your associates because they're coming at you real. You ain't got to worry about the fake stuff they gonna tell you. I don't like you, but I appreciate that they can commend you. They can be happy for you.
It's like Bobby said to tell you. She said, "Tell it, Zell, my Cat Williams voice. If you don't have any haters, you doing something wrong."
Yes. It's supposed to make face when they see you. That means you got it right.
Something. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, now once you said your piece, once you stated your opinion, I'm good with that. But here's the thing: what you not gonna do is keep coming for me, and you're not gonna keep coming at me. Now we've already established that you don't care for me, you don't like me, and guess what? It's okay. We're not friends. We're never going to be friends. And I'm okay with that. But what you're not going to do is keep coming at me. We've already had the conversation that you don't like me. So guess what? Keep going on your direction and I'm going to keep going on mine. And there's no reason for us again. There's no need for you to continue to try your best to always be around me, to always go where I go, to always follow behind. Like, that's the whole point. Like, say what you're going to say and move on with it. Like, you're not going to keep following me, trying to come at me, trying to get me to come out of my character or to be a different person. Like, that's the part I with. That's the part I have a problem.
Now,
So,
after you finish that conversation, you make sure that you find them they space on the curb with them other haters. Put them
right.
on up there. Put them on up there. Make sure they doing some work though, or they shouldn't be in your circle. Period.
I'm saying, because some of them, because some are, and I ain't gonna lie. Now, there's been a few haters, or I should say a hater, that felt the need. I wholeheartedly respect the fact that you came at me straight. You said what you had to say. You said you didn't care for me. I wasn't your taste. Cool. I accepted that.
Right.
If you're not going to keep coming at me and keep coming different places where I am, or keep coming behind me, like trying to follow up behind me, or now you want to act like you want to be my friend. I don't need to be your friend, nor do I want to be your friend. I'm not interested in being your friend. Now I got to block you because now you're moving sideways after we've had a conversation. I've clearly told you we ain't friends. Which is, I respect your opinion. It doesn't align with mine. It's okay. We're entitled to our own opinions and we're entitled to be left alone. Now that you've established that I'm not your taste, okay, move your way. I move mine. I continue to do me. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to follow me on different platforms and keep coming for me or keep coming at me. Because guess what? My block game strong, right? It's strong.
And that type of person is really it's a sad person because you need that energy. You need me to return that energy. Like, I don't need you because I'm not on your stuff at all. Because see, when we put our names on our pages, we put our names on our businesses, we put our names, on anything, that means that this is my space and my territory. You can enter or no, but what you won't do is, again, disrespect anything. Because guess what? We can't get back that time. We can't get
refundable time.
Non-refundable. It's non-refundable. You can't give me that back. You better go ahead. You better take this change and leave me alone. Because when you start wasting my time,
baby,
my non-refundable time, girl.
You better go play with your mama. Okay, you better go play with your mom in the street. Don't keep trying to come play with me. Go play with your mom in the street.
Don't be harassing your mama neither. Go on out there with that mess you done created. You shoot. I'm the mama.
Go on and sit in and wallow.
We the mama. No. Get your ass back over here with that shit. You go
ahead.
ahead.
Spank that ass. Don't make me do it. Don't make me pull out my belt and tag that ass, okay? Because I am an equal opportunity. Okay, I want you to hear me clearly. I am an equal opportunity ass whooper. Okay, I'm talking kids, adults, teenagers, elderly. Get it? Okay, if you need it, I can give it. Okay, like I'm gonna need you to stay in your lane. Like, and that's what I don't understand. When that's like we have so many social media platforms now. And if you don't like a person, why follow a person's social media platform
and comment?
Either bully them or make them feel, some type of way. Like, what's the point? Like, people you have like on certain platforms like TikTok or Instagram, when people don't like what you're talking about, instead of them logging off or stop watching, they report your live for stupid stuff and get you shut down. Right. And you can invest hours and you can't go live because somebody don't like the truth that you spitting. Here's the thing: log off, find somebody else to play with, or go find somebody that's going to be a yes man. Because if somebody's stepping on your toes with the advice that they're giving or the words that they speaking, move around. Move around. It doesn't require anything to get off of life and just move around. It's not that serious,
And let me tell
especially
you, if you don't like their page, they probably don't like you on it. They don't want to talk about your comments. They don't want to respond to you. They don't want to answer your calls. None of that.
Or inboxes.
Your opinion is exactly that. It's your opinion. So go away.
Inboxes.
No, it's so many, like it's so many people that get help versus that one they got a problem. But it's just like, you know what, you're gonna want to go ahead and keep that problem to yourself, because if you keep reintroducing it to me, I'm gonna address it. And when I address it, it's not gonna be a secret who I'm talking to or what I'm talking about. Because this is my territory and this is my page and my name on up here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's unfortunate, but you know, I've had to block somebody from on here because they felt the need to continue coming at me and you know, with their phone calls and you know, and everything boxes and stuff like that. So it's unfortunate that I had to block someone, because my thing is, this is a safe space for everyone, and I will not allow anyone to come in here and turn this into something different. And I certainly will allow someone to come in here and turn this into a non-safe space for me.
Exactly.
I'm the one who created the safe space.
When I get anxiety about the work that I do, there's a problem somewhere we got to fix immediately.
You know, I could see if I was on here constantly negative, downplaying somebody else, or constant hate speech, or constantly talking about a specific group of people, or constantly downing somebody else's brand or something like that. But when it seems like when you trying your best to promote positivity, like I tell people, light, love, and positivity in everything that I do and everywhere that I go. Yeah. And if light, love, and positivity ain't your thing, then this is not for you. Because this is not one of those bashing sites. This is not one of those bashing platforms. That ain't what this is. If you don't have anything to uplift or information to give to other people or have an intellectual conversation, then guess what? This is not the platform for you. Because I want people to understand that when you come here, I am completely transparent when it comes to whatever it is that I'm going through, whatever it is, because 9 times out of 10, the things that I talk about are things that I can relate to. And I feel other people may have questions, or they may be able to those topics, because I was one of those people that was like, oh no, well, what can I do? And you know, well, what can I do differently? Well, why you don't want to be my friend anymore? Like, what did I do? And then I had to realize, like, look, it ain't them. It's me. I need to acknowledge that you are not for me anymore.
And that don't mean nothing wrong with you.
And I'm okay with it.
Going about your business, there ain't gonna be nothing wrong with you.
Like, we just don't vibe. My vibe just don't match your vibe anymore, and it's okay. Like,
it's okay.
It's cool. Like, go on about your business.
That's perfect intro to relationships. Like relationships, same thing, y'all. Yeah, you might have been together since high school. Yeah, they might have been the first person that made you do this, and this. Yeah, they might have. But if it's not working anymore, if you getting up, mean mugging them, wishing they would, God knows what, then because you know you unhappy, you're not doing nothing about it, acting like you and somebody's invisible.
Or you get up in the morning and you like, oh. Like, if you get up loathing the person that you're waking up to every morning, like
orange juice tastes
really
great. Right. That smell, cologne that used to smell good, stink. You know what I'm saying? That's sexy in the morning when you wake up. All of a sudden, I wish you go fix yourself. You know, all of that's red flags for you and the other person. It does not mean that there's anything wrong with either one of you. And you don't have to have animosity because people do not fit in your world anymore. That irks the shit out of me. Like, what are you mad at me for? Because I am no longer your perfect partner. In the time, in the space that we started, we were wonderful. And now we are not. So I don't have a problem with you, and you shouldn't have a problem with me, but I'm gonna go ahead and take myself and go on about my business. You know, that's the reason I always say, you ain't got to live with everybody. Everybody ain't got to be in your house and be packing up every time. Every time you get in an argument, Jesus, you packing your bags, you see the car, you riding around town, you sleeping at the park.
Girl, say it again. Say it a little louder for the people.
You do not have to live with everybody to be in a relationship. You know?
Right.
Woo, people that cannot.
And here next week is JoJo, then it's Frank. Like you don't have to move your significant other in your house every time you get a new relationship.
Half the time they'll live with you. They know your bad habits, they know your eating habits, they know your drinking habits, they know your habits. You done told all your business to half the town because everybody got to stay with you if they sleeping with you. Stop it.
Tell you, like I'm trying to tell you,
like it's okay to miss your partner. It's okay, but guess what? Just because you in their face, don't mean you know what they doing. So that's you insecure going through their phone, you going through their stuff, you find stuff on the cover, you smelling stuff, you picking up drawers. When you hold the drawers up to your face, you've gone too far. Don't do it. If you got to sniff, go.
I'm not sniffing your walk
girl. And then that's what the strongest of us say.
I don't trust you to the point that I have to do a scratch and sniff test, baby. We don't need to be.
It'd be real bad if you ain't got the scratch first. Like pay attention. Just sniff, just everything. Just
but if you come in the house and you smelling a little weird now, you know, or if you done been out all day at work and you come home and you smell like ivory soap, we got a problem. Because
pay attention.
Who house you been at that you done washed your ass? Like, you know, you've been at work all day. You need to come home smelling like sweating hot garbage. I'm sorry, like you're not gonna come home smelling all fresh like Irish Spring, and I come home from work and I'm hot and sweat. Oh, you got a hard, demanding job working with your hands or whatever else, and you come home smelling fresh like a rose, nigga. We need to talk.
Or do we? Because you got the sign.
You better pack your bag and go wherever you took your shower. You better go back to wherever you took your shower.
Or just go. You know what I'm saying? We turn into hey, that's my cousin. Damn right. Damn much. My back.
Bobby said yes, too far. Hey, Bev. Hey. Girl, we look, you miss quite a bit, but it's cool. You have to know who you lying to, yourself or your partner or your friends. Somebody lying. Hey, Marjorie. Hey, girl. What's going on, sis? Beth says, look, it is definitely one of those things because, honey, it never go through nobody's phone. Ain't nobody that fucked up. You never look for her. But that's true though, because when you go looking for stuff, you find it.
Now I just
and you be butthurt, you know, about the stuff you find. And that be the sad part because you look when you go through. Here's the thing: if you got to go through their phone, then y'all don't need to be together. Because I'm not going to check your phone. I'm not going through your pocket. I'm not doing all that. I'm just not. I don't have.
The problem is not in the snoop though. If you one of them snoopy people and you just gotta do this, like people walk in like, did you touch my phone? It's just like, I smile at that because it's just like, you're welcome to. But what you are not welcome to do is then come to me and think that you're going to interrogate me about what you thought you read. So if you want to sit up there and read what you read and hold on to it and make whatever evaluation you got to out of it, then you go right ahead. But when you come and you have a conversation with me about a conversation I had with somebody else, kick rocks. Like, no. So if you be secure.
Absolutely. You have to be like, that's the thing. You have to be secure in yourself because here's the thing. If you're at the point where like, when I'm in a relationship, here's the thing. I have more male friends than female friends. I don't fool with females like that. That's always been me. It is what it is. But when I'm in a relationship, I tell my friends, look, don't call me past 10 o'clock. If it's not an emergency, don't call me past 10 o'clock out of respect for the person that I'm with. Don't do that. Because I don't want anybody that I'm in a relationship with to feel insecure because somebody called, whether it's a male or a female, calling my phone at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because you just want to chat because you bored as shit. Like, no, there's a respect level. Look, don't call me past 10 o'clock. It is what it is. Now, however, when my phone rings, I'm like, hey, if I'm busy, can you get that for me? Like, if you can't tell your partner, can you get that for me? The phone ring. I can't get to it right now. Tell whoever it is that I'll call them back. Now, if your phone ringing and you breaking your neck to go home so your partner don't get it, get your phone, get your shit, and go on out the door. Because there's no reason you need to freak out because your phone ringing and I pick it up to hand it to you. Oh, what you doing my phone? Why you touching my phone? I don't be touching my phone. I was just trying to hand it to you. Fuck you upset about? I wasn't trying to answer it. I was trying to hand it to you. Get off my phone. You always into something. No, clearly you feel some type of way. You feeling guilty because you don't want me touching your phone while it's ringing. So get your phone and your shit and go on out the door. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, and all that is too much energy.
Right. Take all that energy.
I don't care about your expression.
Go ahead. It's fine.
How mad you get. Now, none of that. You more than welcome to pick up my tool, but we will not have a discussion, is what I'm going to tell you. And I don't care if my phone ringing 1, 2, 3, 4, back to back, won't stop. I don't care what it do. Are you securing yourself? Honey, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do over here. And I ain't slipping. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be confident in yourself as well as your partner. I don't care what the disrespectful person on the phone is trying to start. Because it'll be people that'll call you just so that person will be like, who the hell is that calling? And it's
yes. Hey, Neela. Hey, lady.
I'm not finna argue about stuff that's on my phone. You paying this bill?
I'm not arguing with you.
My name is on it. Like, you got a security problem. You might want to go on out the door. But I don't care. My phone gonna ring anytime. I'm gonna answer it. I might be answering the phone. What? It don't make sense.
I ain't gonna lie, I've done that a time or two. My sister called and she was like, what you doing? I was like, I'm a little busy right here. Is it important?
You ain't got no emergency going on.
She was like, I was like, is it important? You is it important, sis? What you need? Yeah. Okay, let me call you back. Like, and my sister be like, well, what you doing? I will call you back. It ain't important.
Because I got over these details, I might not put the phone down, girl.
Now my one sister will call and she'll be like, yeah, I'll call you back. Click. My other sister will be like, well, what you doing? I'm like, do you really want to know what I'm doing? She's like, well, what you doing? I'm like, I am busy right now. Okay, like I'm serving dinner right now. I'm gonna have to call you back because I'm serving dinner. Okay. And the dinner ain't on the stove. I got to go, okay? I got to go.
But you know what? In that same sense, the people that show up at your house unannounced or call you all the time and don't take into consideration what you're doing, get what they get. Honey, I answer the door buck ass. I don't care. What do you want? What do you want? If you didn't want this vision, you probably should have announced it. What do you want?
Bucket naked. I tell people don't pop up at my house because you be mad as shit. You gonna be outside the door. Look, I don't care if you call them like
that. Everything. I'll be looking right at you because you were not welcome because you didn't.
Especially not in a relationship. You definitely don't pop up at my house to see what I'm doing. You call me to see what I'm doing. Because guess what? In the house, and I'm having one of those days where I don't feel like talking or I don't like communicating or I don't feel like just interacting with people in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I have those days because I have major depressive disorder. So there's days where I just don't feel like communicating with anyone or I feel like I just don't, it's one of those days I need to be by myself and just be quiet that day. And you show up at my house, you be mad as shit because I'll be looking at you outside like, or either I might not even come to the window. I just might be standing on the other side of the door listening to you knock on the door like, hey, no, and I'm not answering because you shouldn't have showed up at my house. And now you salty because you standing outside in the rain or you standing out in the heat. Like, that ain't my problem.
That's it.
I'm not letting my dogs in so you can come to my door. That's not it. Because my thing is, I pay the bills, I pay the rent, I pay the phone bill. So you don't get to pop up when you want to, because I have the right to not answer my door. I have the right to not answer my phone. And however you feel about that is your business, not mine.
Yes.
It's not
And
my
then
business.
text messages. That includes any kind of messages on social media. If I don't want to talk to you, I might leave your stuff on scene. And it's going to be up to you as to what you do internally with that information. But I am not going to concern myself with how you feel, because I'm having a moment and I want my moment to myself.
Yeah. And sometimes we have to understand that because people decide to take step backs and people decide to take a moment or anything like that, we have to stop taking everything so personal.
It ain't personal.
Stop taking everything so personal, because sometimes it ain't you.
It ain't always
they just need to be alone, or they just need to be in that moment where it's, just a quiet time for them. It just is what it is, because sometimes I could have, like, if it's one of those times where I'll do, like every couple of months, I'll go on what I call a me sabbatical, where I go to like one of those little family owned hotels or motel, and I'll stay for the weekend. And sometimes I'll stay for the week. I shut my phone down. I take my laptop. I work on whatever I want to work on. I'm quiet in that moment. Unless it's an emergency, I tell my kids, don't you call me either, because the bills are paid. There's food in the house. And if you need something, it's Cash App. Okay.
Right.
No, we need to have conversation, because sometimes I have to take a step back and just kind of reset, miniature reset myself, because everything is like coming at me at once. And so that I don't feel overwhelmed, I just have to take a moment. And sometimes that's what we have to do in friendships and relationships. That's just something we have to do in general, and stop taking things so personal when people are like, hey, you know what, this weekend, I just kind of want to be alone this week. Just say, hey, I understand. I'm here when you come back.
And let me explain something to you, though. Sometimes it is your ass. I don't want you to call me. I don't feel like dealing with your energy. I don't want to deal with your BS. So don't call me. Yes, my phone just rang. Yes, I just answered it. Yes, I just text somebody and it wasn't you. And guess what? I have permission to do that. So it might be you. Now, what you do with that on the inside of you is on you. But I'm not going to make it my problem. And you think about it. What do you get so stressed out for when somebody else wants to use your non-refundable time? Because I'm waiting on that bank. I can't find no ATM nowhere that can give me my stuff back. Want my stuff back.
What she said in that movie, she said, I'm taking it all back. She said, everything you stole from me, I'm taking it all back. She said, my time, my energy, I'm taking it all back. I said, well, damn it, can I take it back too?
Damn right.
Like, that's the thing. Like, and here's the thing. Even in relationships, sometimes we have to take a look at ourselves and ask ourselves, why are we in this relationship? Is it for financial reasons? Is it because we just don't want to be alone? Is it because we toxic as fuck and we just need, because I'm not gonna lie, some people are just toxic as fuck and don't realize that they toxic. They give out toxic.
But it's that good toxic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Leave it in the bedroom.
No, toxic.
Leave it in the bedroom. Don't try to take that home. There's a reason why we don't take everything home, honey. Sometimes you do. You want to play with a little bit of something that ain't no good for you. And that's all right in the bedroom. But as long as you might want babies with you, you know what I'm saying? Have some fun. But understand that everything ain't meant to just pick up, put in your bag and go with you. Leave it.
Sometimes you got to leave the Timbs and tank. You got to leave the Timbs tank top in the bedroom, because you can't take them Timbs and the tank top to dinner.
All the muscles
going on that business trip. You gotta,
the body is it is.
Sometimes you got to leave the roughneck. Sometimes you got to leave the roughneck at home.
Right.
Sometimes you got to leave that sexy stud at home because she don't know how to act in public. Sometimes you got to leave that sexy dude at home because he don't know how to act in public. You know what I'm saying? Everything that looks good ain't good for you. Like, you have to know
By all means,
That
play.
when you dealing with a person who toxic as fuck, like you need to acknowledge that they're toxic, and sometimes you toxic too,
And there it
and
is.
some people are addicted to drama,
There
some
it
people
is.
are addicted to toxicity, some people are addicted to pain, some people are addicted to hurt. And pain and hurt are two different things. Please
Yes, it
understand.
is.
Okay.
Yes,
Those
it
are two
is.
different things. So you have to understand, acknowledge what you are. If you are a toxic person that gives off toxic energy, acknowledge that shit. Because not everybody wants to deal with your toxicity on a regular basis. If you that
Right.
friend that every time you call somebody, you hitting that girl. Let me tell you, because oh my God, like this person tried me today. Oh my God, like I was at work and ooh, they was coming for me today. Ooh, girl, you ain't gonna believe what happened to me today.
Every day.
You be like, well, damn, is any of it your fault?
Every day. Yeah.
Any of it your fault? Like, what do you do to people? Do you acknowledge what you do to
Just
people?
a magnet, though. You
Like, is
magnetize
there
what you
anything
have,
positive in your
what
life?
you are.
Those are the people. And if you one of them type of people, understand people don't want to deal with your ass on a regular basis
Not at all. Not at all. And if they do, it's because they're attracted to that drama.
because they're addicted to drama.
Yeah. And like I say, it ain't nothing wrong wanting to get a little, like they got animals out here that lick what they got, little poison frogs they lick on just to get a little euphoria. The human being
Yeah.
is worse when it comes to feeling better than they do on a normal basis. We understand that. But we also understand that you can put it down. That's the difference in addiction, you know what I'm saying? And just loving what you do sometimes. So, and then that was the relationship. But then let's get on into these marriages, these open relationships, these committed girlfriend and boyfriends that's always in somebody else's house. So, then those people that actually are doing what they supposed to do that still ain't happy. Like all of that's a problem.
Here's the thing. People cheat because they want to.
They won't.
It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. You could cook dinner every single night. You could be throwing that ass in a circle every night. You could be dropping down on the mega knees every night.
Right.
And they don't care because guess what? They're going to cheat anyway. They don't cheat because of you. They cheat because of themselves because something that they're missing and they're not honest enough to speak it out loud to say what it is that they're missing. Sometimes it's not even about sex. Sometimes they just feel that you may not listen enough. So guess what? Instead of telling you that they feel like they're not being heard with you, they go out and find that shit somewhere else because they're not secure enough in themselves to voice what is wrong. Because guess what? One thing, like my coach talks about side chicks. You have some women who live to be side chicks because they don't want that commitment. And guess what? It don't matter. Side chick can't be a side chick unless your man or your woman allow them to be a side piece. They got to invite them to be the side piece. It don't matter whether that side piece know that they married or not. It don't matter because their job is not to protect your marriage or your relationship. That ain't the side piece job. The side piece job is to get that money, get some ass on the side, get what they can get out of that person because that person is going to keep coming back because guess what? That person is getting peace from that person.
Yep.
That person is getting heard.
Yep.
That person may be getting that nasty sex that they like. That person may be doing all kind of tricks, flips, dips, stop it, pop it, drop it, everything that you ain't doing. But because they're not being honest with themselves to say, hey, this is what I like. This is what I need. This is what I'm lacking. They take the coward way out and invite the side piece into the situation. And then the other person decides that because now the other person's cheating, you want to jump at the dude or you want to jump at old girl. No, you need to jump at the person that you're in a relationship with. Stop jumping at that other person.
Or not jump at all. Figure out if this person is worth your time and energy, what can you do better? You can't change what
why are you there?
but you can stop internalizing a mess and actually improve yourself. Because it just might be somebody out there that's seeing your efforts and they see the best that you're putting up with. And when you walk away from that person, you found your king or your queen.
Yep.
because you were patient and you were true to yourself. But you go out here and you start doing the same things they doing, calling yourself doing the get back game. You ain't getting back at them. You fucking yourself up. So it's important that you pay attention to your star player, which is why I say self-assess. If you waking up and you're not happy or you start getting these suspicions about something, some people just want to know if they still got it. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. And they honestly telling you, I love you to the best of my ability, the only way I know how. Now, if that's not good enough, you the fool if you stand.
Exactly. Hey, Lauren, how are you, darling? Bev says they live on drama, they live in confusion. They know not how to love themselves nor you. Absolutely. Right. She says it's never about sex. And that's the thing. It's not about, that's why I say when people cheat, it don't have nothing to do with you as a person. It's all about them. Because sometimes they can get everything that they've ever wanted at home. But instead of being honest with themselves, saying that they may be lacking something or they're just not the monogamous type. Then, but here's the thing also, like the other day, we talked about this girl. She said she'd been married for 10 years. She said the last 4, she said that she was able to build her credit and she was able to stack some money because her husband had a baby on her. So he had a baby on her. And that, she said he had a baby on her. She said his tongue was trash. His dick was little. He was broke. But clearly, you were in this 10-year marriage, and all that didn't start transpiring with the tongue trash, and you thought his dick was little the last 4 years, and all of a sudden he broke because his money is going towards that baby instead of your plaything. Like, so here's the thing. You have to understand, like in any situation, when you find out that your partner is cheating, you make the decision whether you stay or not. Because here's the thing. If that person makes a decision that they're not going to change, or if they're not going to get rid of the side piece or whatever it is, and you decide to stay, making that foolish decision to look stupid besides you, because they're not making you look stupid. You're making yourself look stupid.
Exactly. And ultimately, what are you mad about?
You chose to stay.
And anytime you are with somebody, and you stay with that person, but then you go spread all this toxic stuff about them. The only person looking stupid is you. Because you so mad that somebody else want them, that all you talking about is how they cheating on you and how you upset. But at the same time, you trying to say they ain't this, they ain't that, they ain't worth this. I did it for this, I did it. You look like a straight fool. You are lying to yourself, you lying to them, and that's why they playing you. Because they know that you insecure. You're insecure and you're lying because you had to date this man before you married him. Honey, if his sex was that bad, what the hell was you signing up for?
But clearly the tongue wasn't trash and the dick wasn't little.
And somebody like that had a baby on you. So
he wasn't broke.
Don't.
He wasn't broke the first 6 years you was married. Now all of a sudden he broke because he got to take care of his baby.
Or is this what he's saying about you? Maybe your sex is trash and you done heard it so long you trying to tell him it's him. Whatever it is, regardless. But as far as that person, the side chick, that side chick might not be doing nothing but letting them talk. It ain't got to be no swinging from no chandeliers. You ain't got to be getting no extra kind of doggone money. It might be the companionship and the fact that they actually hear me. She actually responds back to me. She actually talks to me about what I said, and it makes sense. She heard what I said. It ain't about the bed. The bedroom is the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? It's good sex, and they listen to me. I ain't got to deal with that drama over there. And she ain't trying to go through my stuff. She not trying to ask me where I'm at every 5 minutes. She just simply loves my company. The same thing you did when you first got with me.
To a hot meal. Look, he done came home to a hot meal. He done came and sat down to some good conversation. He done came and sat down and just relaxed himself after work. Like, here's the thing.
It is. You got it right. They got it right for them. That atmosphere is set for them to the point where they know they ain't got to deal with nothing. They ain't got to talk. They ain't got to nobody. Nothing. They ain't got to go through no extra stuff. This is just my peace zone. Yeah, that's when Papa turned into a Rolling Stone because he tired of hearing your mess in his ear. And you're gonna keep talking regardless. So let me go over here and get some peace before I come back home to this bull. Because it's cheaper to keep her. Because
baby.
she all my kids.
And
You
here's
know?
the thing, so often, like in the olden days, Granny stayed with Grandpa, even though Grandpa had like two different other families, and he done had like
Yeah.
14 kids, but he only had 5 with Grandma, but he got 14 kids. See, here's the thing: Grandma got back at Granddaddy and
You
named
better
that baby Junior. Okay, Grandmama was
yeah.
messing with Granddaddy best friend and named that baby Junior,
That's why
even
your
though the
brother
baby
is
was
still
her
with you
Granddaddy best friend.
somebody else. Yep. Yep.
See,
That's
Grandma knew how to get back. She got back at Granddaddy. She may have stayed there, but she got back at Granddaddy. Because I promise you,
why.
Junior is Granddaddy's friend's baby. Okay? I'm trying to
And
tell you how
secret
Grandmama
son.
rolled. In that order. Junior
Woo!
look nothing like Granddaddy.
You better say it, and
Junior
that's
don't
your
look nothing like
favorite
Granddaddy. He
baby.
looking like
Right.
you be looking at Uncle so and so.
And grandma
Uncle
and
is
grandpa
always,
can't say
uncle and aunties are the best friends. But baby, when you start looking at Junior, you be like, oh,
mhm. And that's the
Junior
thing,
look
though.
like
They
Junior James.
always named him Junior, didn't they? They all that was your
Junior
name.
look like Uncle James. Junior don't look like Daddy. Junior look like Uncle James. You be like,
Woo!
shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Grandma
We
knew
got
how to get back at
the last
Granddaddy,
part.
okay?
We got to that the last part for me would be these abusive people. And I'm not just talking domestic violence, meaning
No, I'm
walking
talking
around with black eye.
emotional.
I'm talking about emotional abuse. I'm talking about mental abuse. These people that sit up here and act like their world is not okay unless you are being beat up by something they have said,
Or
something they've
torture.
done, or just what they represent. I
Or
can't stand
torture.
y'all. I can't stand y'all because y'all manipulative and y'all controlling, and there is some self-esteem problems there. And don't breathe.
You have
Abuse.
friends like that. You have friends. Here's the thing. If you have a friend that's always to the point where it's
It's
like
everybody else.
they always guilt tripping you into doing shit, or you doing stuff and they like, well, I don't know. Like, they always trying to manipulate you into doing shit their way or doing the shit that they want to do. Yeah, that's called emotional
Abuse.
abuse. Look, we need to call a spade a spade. Let me tell you something. I've been married before, okay? And the man that I was married to was abusive, okay? Physically, emotionally, financially, every way you can think of. Every way that you could think of. And for so long, I stayed because I felt like marriage means you stick it out and you work through things. My greatest relationship example was my grandparents. There was never any fighting. There was never any arguing. So I was like, okay, if I can love my husband enough, that maybe he'll stop doing these things. Maybe I can love him enough to change.
Yeah.
It wasn't until oh Jesus. And see, this is what I mean by I'm completely transparent. Because if what I went through or that could help somebody else, or my story could help somebody else,
Just
then I'm
one.
willing to share
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
here's the thing, it took me a long time to realize that I deserved better because I felt like here I am married to this man,
Yes.
and every chance he gets, like he's me, like I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm trying to be the best wife that I can be, I'm taking care of the kids. Here I am trying to do everything I can to be this wife that I think I'm supposed to be. And I'm like, okay, well, marriage means you stick it out, you work through it. But this man, when I tell you, I don't care what it did. The man, he cheated, he lied, like every chance he got. He
Mhm.
was, like I said, physically abusive, sexually abusive, emotionally abusive, financially abusive, everything you could think of. But I had to realize that it
Oof.
wasn't until It wasn't until this man almost physically killed me for the third time while I was pregnant with my child that I needed to walk away for my life and for my children, because I realized that I deserve better and my children deserve better.
I
And that's
deserve.
the thing. We
Yes,
have to realize that
I.
we deserve better,
I'm
not
working.
just as women, but as people in general, because women can be abusive too.
Oh,
Please understand that women can be abusive too. Understand that in same-sex relationships,
yeah.
women can be abusive,
Oh yeah. Oh
even
yeah.
in any relationship, people in general. And it doesn't have to be if you're with someone that decides that they don't like what you have on because they're calling you ugly and fat and stupid every day. That's abuse. That's verbal abuse.
Abuse and
You
mental.
don't have to take that. Call a spade a spade. It is what it is. And sometimes that's hard for us to verbalize, to say that this is abuse or we're in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But it doesn't, when people think abuse, they think, oh, physical violence and things like that. No. Financial abuse, somebody could be using you for your money, taking all your money. Verbal, calling you stupid, fat, demeaning you at every chance, browbeating you, beating down your self-esteem.
Right.
Emotional, putting you through situations that cause you to be depressed, putting you through situations where you can't function because you crying all the time, or your anxiety is high now and you never had anxiety before. Let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is. If I can be transparent and my story can help somebody else to never have to go through that situation, or to be able to say, hey, wow, I didn't know that that was abuse. I didn't know that what I'm currently going through is abuse. I didn't know that. And because of that, so oftentimes we don't realize that those situations that we're in are abusive. We subject ourselves to shit that we don't have to.
There it is. There it is. And that is in friendship. That is in associates. That's in your career. Meaning coworkers can do the same shit. That's in a relationship. That's with a lover. That's with anybody you come in.
Family.
Period. It's family. Oh my God. Don't get started right there. And when I tell you that it's your choice whether you want to continue to deal with that, but you can walk away and you don't have to internalize that mess. And
Yeah.
if it's a friend, I don't give a damn if they've been a friend for 20 years. If they're abusive motherfucker, call them out. Call them out. And if it's family members and you know that Uncle Charles will sit up here and hurt Fifi and his son that molested Dre, and you know what I'm saying, and y'all just sitting up here acting like they can come to the Thanksgiving table.
Stop protecting them fuckers. Point blank, period. If you know that you have people in your family that are doing shit they ain't supposed to,
part of the problem.
turn them motherfuckers in. Turn them in.
Exactly.
Because if you hide them and you protect them, you are as much a perpetrator as they are.
Exactly.
I said what I said.
Exactly.
You are as much a perpetrator as they are. Because when you protect people like that, you're telling the victim and sending the victim a message that they're wrong and that this was okay.
And you not worried. You what? What?
That's me.
Girl.
Your dead ass wrong.
Dead ass.
Wrong.
Dead ass. And then that person, when you get called out, don't get mad at the person for finally getting done and tired of your shit. Go look in the mirror. Go look in the mirror and figure out what the hell is wrong with you where you not happy unless somebody else is miserable. If you a crab in a bucket trying to pull everybody down to your mess, you gone, exit. Like, no, that's abusive. And it hurts people. And then hurt people. And there wasn't nothing wrong with them in the first place, except they loved you so much they thought they had to self-sacrifice. You do not have to sacrifice yourself for anybody. When you start depleting you to give to somebody else, it is time to exit the building.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You do not have to sacrifice yourself. You don't have to sacrifice your happiness. None of that. Your happiness should not be for sale. Nobody can make you happy. Nobody can make you unhappy. Nobody can make you sad but yourself. People do to you what you allow them to do to you. When you set boundaries and you tell people how or how you expect to be treated and they don't treat you that way, be okay with them walking away. Be okay dismissing people. I have dismissed people that I have been friends with over 20 years because guess what? You will not treat me a certain type of way and think that we're going to continue to be friends because what that lets me know is I'm not important to you, neither are my feelings. And so because of that, I move around. I
And
move around. When people show you who they are, like Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them and do.
and
Okay?
understand that they still ain't built no ATM for this non-refundable time. You can't get that time back. Quit wasting it sitting up there being mad about it. Get the hell get on.
I got a whole bank account waiting
What?
to withdraw this non-refundable time. I got a whole account full, okay? Like that. I'm trying to withdraw some of this non-refundable time because I'm like, look, can I just get a little change from it? Something from it. Like I just need a little something from that time because that's the thing. When we allow people to take up our time, take up our space, disturb our peace, be in our space that we know don't belong there or deserve to be there, we're telling them that it's okay for you to mistreat me. It's
Yes.
okay for you to walk all over me. It's okay for you to just treat me any kind of way or to treat me in an insignificant way. It's okay to put for you to put me in my feelings on a regular. It's okay for you to treat me like trash. And it's not okay.
Not
You
okay.
don't have to sacrifice yourself or your happiness for nobody else. Friends, lovers. Look, I'm too old for boyfriend and girlfriend at this point, okay? I'm too old for
Yeah.
girlfriend and girlfriend at this point, okay? Look, we
Put
going
a
somewhere. We going somewhere, okay? And if I feel like we ain't on the path to go nowhere, then I don't need to be on that path with you, okay?
Mm-mm.
Because
Mm.
guess what? Let me tell you something. I can be by my damn.
You better pull it out. You
I can be
pull
by
it
my
out.
damn self, okay?
You said 10 damn speakers.
My buddy has
Let
arrived.
me see it work.
My buddy has arrived, okay? My friend is here
Woo.
now. I don't
Good.
need nobody, okay?
I got this.
They
I
done
got
brought me up. They done mess around and it's rechargeable. I don't need nobody, okay? I don't have to waste my time with nobody. I
Woo.
ain't got to.
You better talk about it. You better talk about
No, ma'am.
it. If
No,
I
ma'am.
get excited coming home by my damn self, I don't need you. I don't need you.
I need you. You are optional.
Yes.
You
Look,
are
you
optional,
worthy to make that decision. Like you don't have to have another person in the room to do what you need to do, honey.
baby.
That is a privilege for anyone to touch on your soul, to touch
I
on
have
your body.
invited you into my space. And one thing y'all need to understand is soul ties are real, y'all. Like when you connecting with somebody and you are emotionally connected to somebody, you're physically connected to somebody, you're creating soul ties. And at some point, when you move on, you soul ties. Do whatever it is that you need to do to break them soul ties. If that means throwing out all they shit that they left at your house, if that means throwing out all them pictures, removing their ass from your social media, putting yourself as single on your social media platform, whatever it is you need to do. When you move on in relationships, you need to break them soul ties with people. Because here's the thing: if you continue making soul ties, them soul ties with you into every single relationship, all the bullshit, all the drama, all the mess,
Drag
all the trash, guess what?
Just
You done
pulling
put
it
a
with you.
bigger trash bag that you dragging along with you because you got all of their hurt, all of their pain, all
Yep.
of their garbage, all of their drama. You're
Yep.
dragging that with you from relationship to relationship, and you just steady adding on. You adding on to it. You need to break them soul ties. Cut it clean. Just completely cut it clean and
Or,
let it be.
or take it in perspective for what it is. Honey, if it's
Learn
sex,
a lesson.
sex. You don't have to have my heart to give me an orgasm. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to think about giving you my heart or love or anything else to get an orgasm. But if I want that love and I don't want that orgasm from you, I can do that. Like, I have the choice. We
Yes.
have the choice. And that's what matters. That's why we don't have to put up with the abuse, mental, emotional, or physical, or anything, because
No.
we have a choice. And if you don't look in the mirror every day and know that I'm just as happy as I was when I started, get out. And I don't care
Yeah.
if you're married. I don't care if it's your boyfriend. I don't care if it's your fiance, your common law man, whatever it is. If you sitting up here acting like you are so tied to this person that happiness doesn't matter, your reality doesn't matter, nothing you go through matters. All that matters is they walk through the door and hopefully they ain't cheated on you. You need to reevaluate yourself. Go look in the mirror
And figure out why the hell you there.
Why you not worth it today? Why you not? When did you stop being worth it? And then go back to that part of you and figure out how you need to heal. Because it's not them anymore. It's you.
Absolutely. Make sure that whatever it is, whatever relationship that you're entering into, and here's the thing. Sometimes family can be toxic as fuck. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't care if it's your siblings. Sometimes it can be your parents. Sometimes it can be cousins. Set your boundaries.
Set them. And keep them. Don't let people move your boundaries. They your boundaries. If they move you an inch, they're going to keep on trying you. Your boundaries, your healthy boundaries are there for a reason. If somebody wants to push past them, you need to evaluate that person to figure out why. What do they need to manipulate? Space that you're not comfortable with them being in for.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter who the person is. If you're not about toxic energy, remove them. Because guess what? Here's the thing. We get so caught up in the word family. Just because somebody is a blood relative doesn't make them family. Relatives and family are two different things. I have a chosen family that I choose to be around. Now, my chosen family includes some relatives and includes some non-relatives. But it is the family in which I have chosen, and the family that has chosen to accept me and all my flaws and all my crazy, all my everything. They accepted me for who I am. And so family doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be the people that you're related to by blood. Because sometimes the people who are related to you by blood are the people who will hurt you the worst and are most toxic. But be okay walking away from people that you're related to by blood. If it's meant for them to come back into your life, because they'll reevaluate and say, okay, well, maybe I was a little toxic. Maybe I wasn't the best of who I could be with this person or towards this person.
Right.
They continue to be toxic. Then guess what? When you walked away, whether they realize they're toxic or not, guess what? You'll be better off for it. And it's okay. Stop trying to hold on to the leaves and the branches in your life. Hold on to the roots and let them leaves and branches blow away and bend and break with the wind like they're supposed to. Because those are the ones that come in for a lesson. Learn that lesson and move on. Stop trying to turn that lesson into a lifelong story.
And it ain't your blessing. And I don't care how you play with it. It's going to still be that same lesson. Let it go. Let it go. If it's meant to come back, it will. But you can't dictate that. If it's starting to poison your life, let it go.
Say that again. Oh, my God.
It's starting to poison your life, let it go. And you know when that poison start hitting you. You wake up in the morning, and all of a sudden you turn over like, oh, my God, is it still Wednesday? Like, you start to dread the time that you do have, knowing you can't get none of that other time back. But you're the first person to say, I wish I could go back in time. No, you don't, because you can't handle your present.
Baby, that's a whole nother conversation. That's another Madame Rapunzel conversation. Okay. Baby, at the end of the day, like we talked about today, our topic was, who you lying to. You have to take a self-evaluation sometimes to see, what is it? Is it something about you that allows people to treat you the way that they do? Is it something about you that makes people feel this is okay to say whatever they want to you? Sometimes we have to take that hard look at ourselves to understand why people don't answer our phone calls, why people don't never want to hang out with us, why people never invite us to things. Those are the things that we need to take hard looks at ourselves to understand, like, well, damn, every time people call, they never ask if I want to go out with them. Like maybe you need to reevaluate that maybe you're the toxic friend. Maybe you're the negative friend.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the friend with the fucked up energy. Like you need to take that hard look at yourself and understand what is it about you that attracts the people that you attract to you. Broken people attract broken people.
And
Hurt
toxic
people
people,
attract toxic people attract toxic
oh
people.
my God.
Baby.
Lethal.
And ain't nothing like two toxic people together.
And I'm telling you, it be the time of your life. You're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be some stuff going on. But is it the stuff that you want to take home with you? Is it the stuff you want to be associated with you? You gotta pick and choose. Is it worth it?
Protect your energy.
Protect your energy.
Protect your space.
Mm-hmm.
And most of all, protect your peace. That's the main thing. Protect your peace. Something I learned as an adult with children is that if your home ain't your source of peace, then you won't have peace anywhere. You have to have some place in your home that creates a place of peace for you.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that in your own home, you're not going to find peace anywhere. And that's something that we really need to seriously think about is where do we find our place of peace? Because sometimes you have to find a place in which you can go in your home that allows you to be quiet, still, and just listen to the silence because sometimes silence can speak volumes.
Man, won't it?
Speak
Won't it?
volumes because
You know,
guess what? If you can't enjoy your own company and be happy by yourself, who the fuck want to spend time with you?
and then if you don't want to listen to you, if you can't even sit still in a room for yourself and actually listen to your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own prayers, your own hopes, your own dreams, your own goals, who the hell else want to listen? Shit, if you boring yourself, nobody else want to hear that. And stop forgetting that you can't get your time back. It is non-refundable. So these mistakes that we make, they're valuable. We just lost a year. We just lost 2 years. We just spent 3 months with that person. We just spent 5 years with that person. All this time we can't get back. And the whole time you point your finger at everybody else. And you the only common denominator in all this mess.
But if you know it's not going nowhere, why are you still in it? If you're dating, here's the thing. This is one thing that I don't understand about people. If you're dating with a purpose, now after a certain age, if you're a person that decides that marriage ain't for you, that's cool. Then you date to date. But if you're a person that has decided that you want to get married or whatever else, then why are you wasting your time in relationships that you know you're the
That ain't
rest
gonna
of your
amount
life
to.
with? It takes, in my opinion, it takes 6 months for you being with a person. If you're spending continual time with a person and you with them all the time and you spend the night over their house, they spend the night with you sleeping with this person, you get to see what they like with their family, you going to family functions and all this kind of stuff. After 6 months, you should know if you spend an ample amount of time with somebody, if this person has the qualities or if they have different quirks that you could deal with for the rest of your life. And after 6 months, if you realize that this person ain't it and this ain't what you want, move your ass around. Like Rapunzel said, non-refundable time.
But don't
Move
forget,
around.
there are some people.
Dating because the sex is good. If you don't want that sex for the rest of your life, move your ass around.
And don't forget though, there's some people that can hold on to that facade, that mask for 5, 10,
I don't have
15.
energy.
Them long-term relationships with people been together 15 years and then they stayed married for 5. The reason they finally took that mask off and said, hey, I got her. I got her now. I don't got to do none of this mess. And you seen what you've been dealing with the whole time, a clown. A clown. So
you walk in, you married, you got the lashes on, everything. She walk in, you make sure them suckers is perfect. When you walk in, they good and everything. Once you get married, you realize that bitch ain't got no lashes, she ain't got no edges, she ain't got real teeth, she ain't got shit that's real. She done took the bra off and the bra had the boobs in the bra. She done took off the butt pads. She done took the Spanx off and the Spanx had the butt pads in it. So instead of that ample round bottom, we got a flat wide back. Like I'm trying to tell you, look.
And she need to go repurchase her makeup so you seeing the raw. Like
no edges. No edges. I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. If one thing I have learned in dating, is you can't like me with my hair pulled back in a ponytail, me with my song, no earrings, no lashes, no lip gloss. Baby, if you can't love me for the freckles on my face, the freckles probably on my ass, the cellulite, the rolls, and everything else that come along with this big wide body, truck wagon, dragon body. Baby, if you love all of this in its natural state,
it's natural.
You don't get the glow up. You don't get the lashes. You don't get the makeup. You don't get the clothes. You don't get that. Because here's the thing. I want you to be able to love me and like me for who I am in my natural state. So that way when you see it, you're not like, well, damn. You don't look like your profile picture. And that's the problem. These damn filters, people don't look like their profile picture.
I know. You supposed to be able to accentuate. But your situation should always be able to go up a caliber. Like if you're doing your utmost every day and you know you can't improve it none, then they ain't got nothing to look forward to. Like find somebody that loves you for you. It don't matter if you didn't find your makeup bag for the day, or you couldn't find your brand name clothes, or your shoes wasn't popping, or if you had, you know what I'm saying, you might be a little hairy.
You got the Walmart special on today. You got the Walmart special today, okay? That's all you can find today was the Walmart special. Like you gotta like that Walmart special, just like you like Neiman Marcus special, okay? Let me tell you something.
When I tell you, when a person appreciates you, they don't give about none of that. They be like, I know it get better, honey, but
tell you something. I have learned that a real man like cellulite and rolls. A grown person like cellulite and rolls, okay?
But let me tell you what, a real woman,
okay?
A real woman like that real too. A real woman.
That's why I said a real person, grown woman, and grown men like real bodies, okay? They like them Buick built and Ford tough, okay?
And that person should love to see your progress too. So if you feel like you done gained too much weight and you want to get fit, okay, baby, I love you the way you are, but let's go ahead and work this out. Yeah, that's a situation. That's not somebody that's just sitting up here acting like they want to control you. That's a difference. So pay attention. If they don't appreciate you in your natural,
yeah. Absolutely. Bobby says, move on. You have to. You don't want to block your blessings because God might have some for you and you're running around with all these situations, with these silly relationships. Yvette says, that's why I like natural beauty. The more you make up, the worse you are. She says, shit, I will go to the thrift store in a heartbeat. Here's the thing. Some of us people are so insecure, men included, that some people are so insecure that they will pack on a whole pound on my face. I'm talking foundation. Let me tell you, these right here are mild. Let me tell you something. I will rip these bitches off in a minute and don't give no fucks about it, okay? Should tell you, I'll rip these suckers off in a heartbeat and not care nothing about it. Because that ain't who I am. I will shave my head in a heartbeat. Because I don't care nothing about no hair. Because this hair don't make or break me. Okay? That's not who I am as a person. So, but we're so insecure as a society and a people because society tells you have to look a certain way.
Yep.
Oh, freckles ain't in this season. So because freckles ain't in this season, now you done went and bought a whole pound of makeup to hide every freckle on your face. Or
trying to bleach your skin
right here on the side, or eczema done attack this cheek. You done went pound of makeup and now you
your face because your skin can't breathe.
And then when you take the makeup off, it done ate your skin so bad that now instead of a pound, you need 2 pounds. Baby, I cannot. I cannot.
No, like somebody loves natural and they love you natural. Like, and you ain't gotta look like everybody else. There is somebody out here that is like, you know what? I don't know what it is about her, but you know what I'm saying? It's somebody.
Love
But if you're
yourself.
so busy stuck on that zero that you can't even look around to see that your hero, like, oh, she gonna ever be done with that dude? She gonna ever be done with that girl?
And it be the ones you don't even think about. Ones waiting in the wings that you don't think
Mm-hmm.
about. That you thought, oh, well, they
Mm-hmm.
were so nice and they were just really cool. And then be the ones that be checking you out. You be like, oh, she was real cool. She was mad cool. Like, I didn't even know she liked me like that. Like, or I didn't know he liked me like that. Like,
Right.
the ones that be low key with it that you don't realize are watching you from the sidelines and with that
Yeah.
trash
Because
and
they
they
want
watching you
you to
deal with
throw
the
out the
garbage
trash.
and they watching you deal with the bullshit from this other person. And they're like, damn, I thought they was
They
stronger
waiting
or
for you to
smarter
get
than
rid of
that.
that garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Soon
I
as
thought
you
they
get
was
rid of that
smarter than
garbage,
that.
you your blessing right there. Right there. Right
Start
there.
with
Wait.
loving yourself. Start with loving yourself enough to choose and to put you first. And that means in all situations,
In
emotional,
every situation.
physical, health
Career,
wise, financial,
relationship. Yes.
everything.
Everything.
Everything. Put yourself first and love yourself enough because, like in Mother Rue's words, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? At the end of the day, who you lying to? You lying to yourself? You lying to your friends? You lying to your family? You lying to the person that you laying down with every night? You got to be honest with somebody at some point, and you have to be honest and transparent enough to be willing to take that mask off with somebody. Because if you can't be honest with anybody, or you can't take that mask off with anybody, how do you expect someone to be completely honest with you if you can't be honest enough with yourself? So that's just something that, I want that this weekend, I want everybody to just have a quiet moment. Have a quiet moment this weekend where you just have a moment where you spend maybe an hour or 2 hours just listening to the silence, just listening to the silence and just thinking about, I want you to seriously think about the people who are in your circle. Think about where you are in life and think about the person that you're with and seriously reevaluate. Because here's the thing, if you're genuinely happy with the person that you with, that ain't a hard job to do. That's not a hard job to do. Because in that silence, it'll reaffirm what you already know about the person that you're with. And if you're in a relationship, take that time separately. Take it in separate rooms. Don't be sitting there staring at each other like, ooh, what they thinking about. Like, no, take that quiet time and seriously take the quiet time where they may be in one room and you're in another room. And just listen to yourself. Listen to yourself for a moment. Look in that mirror and take that hard and ask that hard question. Who am I lying to? Am I lying to anybody? Check your
And I
dipstick.
add to that end part and say, while you're doing all that assessment, all that evaluation, think about being grateful. You ain't got no moments of gratitude while you going through this self-assessment, that you aren't thinking deep enough. You should be able to pull out moments that you appreciate, even if it's the whole day was bad. There was something that was okay, and start focusing on that little bit of pin. I don't care if it's a pinhole, just a little bit of light. That little bit of light will lead you away from that depression and actually into some stuff where you can actually say, hey, I know I can fix this. I know how I can make me happier. And it might not be your partner. You might be feeling like your partner been making you miserable for years, and it's the person looking at you in the mirror. Because you ain't went back and handled your mess. And you didn't handle it before you married him. Didn't handle it before you said I do. Didn't handle it before you got in a relationship. Didn't handle it before you opened up your legs. Be grateful for something.
In that order. In that order. Vet says that is across the board. That is why I speak truth. People don't like to hear truth. I see every woman's purpose that they see in me. Absolutely, and that's why I say you have to take a self evaluation because you have to look at not only look at the relationship that you're in, but look at the people that you attract because it's something within you that attracts the people that you attract. And I just, I want to thank Rapunzel for coming with me tonight because this was something that we absolutely us because in having these conversations about relationships and dating and spicing up relationships and things like that, we have to take a hard look. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves these hard questions because sometimes we are just so uncomfortable with ourselves that we can't ask ourselves these hard questions. So I hope that tonight they will take away something. I thank you for everybody who has something to add to it. I appreciate all of you guys. These are hard topics to even hard conversation starters to even be like, all right, maybe I do need to evaluate that, or I've been feeling this way lately, and I appreciate that you all allow me to be transparent in moments and share the things that I've been through, and be honest completely and wholeheartedly with you all. And I hope that the things that we have shared tonight and the things that we talked about help someone. And if you know that somebody might need this conversation, or if you know that there's somebody that, that might need a little nudge, or might need to take a hard look at themselves or a hard look at the relationship that they're in, share it. Share it with them. Tag them in a post. It's okay. I appreciate you guys for, like, share, and subscribing to the Facebook channel, to the YouTube channel. I thank you for rocking with us, tonight, because it's Friday now. Could have been anywhere, but guess what? Y'all was here with us. And I appreciate that. And I hope you all know I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And in case nobody told y'all today, like, y'all are important, you are loved, and you're beautiful. And I love you, and there's absolutely nothing that y'all can do about it. And that order. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the Madam and Rapunzel tonight. Madam Rapunzel. And and I look forward to seeing you guys Monday night at 5 p.m. And I thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I will
Just
see y'all. We ain't done with this conversation because, honey, we got a whole more aspects of this. Okay, we got some more trees to shake. Okay, we got some more leaves to drop out the tree. Okay,
for real.
so I
Right.
promise y'all gonna see Madame and Rapunzel again. Okay, y'all might even see Bree and Zelda. You never know who might pop up.
Yep. Y'all check these pages. The
So
Z spot is popping. We gonna talk to you.
come on now, the Z spot. So you might see me on the Z spot. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are checking out the Z spot. Make sure you guys are checking out Vets Chat and Laughter Lounge. Make sure y'all
Talk
are
to
checking
us.
out CCI Radio tomorrow at 10 a.m. on YouTube. Make sure you guys are checking it out. Sam says, okay, Bobby, come on now. None other than Teresa Griffin will be on the CCI radio show YouTube
Yes.
tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. So listen, y'all, check them out because they be doing some amazing
We doing some things. Yes.
things, and they are an amazing couple, y'all. I promise you, they really are. They got the pandemic press. We got all kind of things popping over there with the coverages.
And
Okay.
positivity.
So we
Positivity.
have a lot of platforms that we promote and that we are, because there's nothing like networking. You know what I'm saying? There's absolutely nothing like networking. If you guys get a chance to, I want y'all to check out this song called Ebb and Flow by Story Devereaux and Toby Collie. It's by Stovey Inc. Creations. It is an amazing song. It is on YouTube. You guys can check it out on Facebook on their page, Stovey Inc. Creations. They are an amazing brand. So if you guys can check them out, we got In My Element with Neela at 8 a.m. in the mornings, Monday through Friday. We got Z Spot, so we have a lot
Feel
of
like
things going on.
it.
And again, we will be doing a networking week, where we will be that particular week of networking week. We will be doing a show Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That particular week, we will be doing every day. The plan is to feature at least two different brands or companies a day. So that way, it's all about networking. It's
Just build
all about networking. So if you guys
rapport.
have a brand, if you have a company, hit me up on the inbox so we can discuss some dates and times for you all. So, and again, I love y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with us tonight. And I will see you guys 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, y'all. So enjoy all weekend. TGIF, y'all.